All right, class, today we're in our fifth section. We will be studying zeros of polynomials. Now that we have accomplished and mastered long and synthetic division, we can determine zeros of polynomials by using that concept. Determine all the zeros and make a sketch. So I'm starting out here with this function, and I am told that this is one of the factors. In order to make a sketch of this function, I have to figure out all of the factors. So what I'm going to do is use synthetic division. Since this follows a simply linear pattern, remember, I put the opposite of the number in the box, and then I write the coefficients. 1, 3, negative 13, negative 15, and I also need 1 for the 0. I drop the 1 down. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. Negative 18 plus negative 13 is positive 5. 3 times 5 is 15. I get 0. 0 times 3 is 0. And 0. Now I have this. I reduce all the powers by 1, so it's x to the third plus 6x squared plus 5x. So right now, I have my polynomial factored to be this. So now I just need to factor this part of the polynomial any further. I know that I can factor an x. X squared. And x squared plus 6x plus 5 can factor even further. So now I'm completely factored, and I can make a sketch. And again, I'm just making a rough sketch right now. My zeros are 0, negative, or positive 3, negative 5, and negative 1. Make sure that you put them in order. Let's see. The degree of this polynomial is 4, and my leading coefficient is a positive number, so I know that my end behavior is going to be up and up. Looking at my factor form, it looks like none of these zeros happen more than once, so each has to pass through all of the zeros, which means that my function is going to go through negative 5, through negative 1, through 0, and through 3. So this would be my solution. Let's do another one. Determine all the zeros and make a sketch. I'm told this 0 here, x minus 2, and I have 3x to the third minus 4x squared minus 9x plus 10. Again, in order to make a sketch, I need to be completely factored. So I'm going to try to use synthetic division to help me factor further. Remember, put the opposite number in the box, and then write down the coefficients. Drop down the first number, and then you multiply. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus negative 4 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Negative 9 plus 4 is negative 5. 5 times 2 is negative 5, or negative 10. And negative 10 plus negative 10 is 0. So that means that I now have this portion factored. And now I can factor the inside part further. Factors of negative 15 that when I add them up I get positive 2 would have to be 5 and negative 3. So I can factor that by grouping once I split the middle term up. So 3x squared plus 2x minus 5 factors to be 3x plus 5 and x minus 1. And now I am completely factored, which means that I can make my sketch. My zeros occur at positive 1, positive 2, and negative 5/3, which is the same as negative 1 and 2/3. And let's look at our leading coefficient, which is going to be positive 3. And I know my power to be 3, because I have x times x times x. So that means that my ends are going to go in opposite directions. Since it's positive 3x to the third, I know that I'm going to start low and end high, like an increasing function. Every single one of these zeros only happens once, so that means I pass through at every point. And here would be my rough sketch and my factored form. If you have any questions, please write them down, and we'll go over them in class.